Hey, are you a shade? Oh, it's not a shade. Oh, it's not a shade. Uh-oh, it's not a shade. Uh-oh. Hey everybody, I'm gonna play some Deja Vu. Actually, I already did the weekly challenge. I did the Deja Vu already, but the problem is the first time I recorded, my audio was completely messed up. So we're gonna have to run them again. But I've already done this once before, so I'm sure I'm an expert now, and this will be my shortest video yet. Let's jump into the games. Alright, so for the first round, I'm gonna go ahead and take a flashlight, a camera, and a spirit box, and we're gonna play this super safe. So I'm gonna show you basically the safest way to do Deja Vu. And we're gonna start by turning on our camera, and I'm gonna turn on lights as I go. And you notice while I'm walking with the camera, I'm holding the record button down, because even if I don't notice something, the camera will automatically record the ghost doing something. Now you can probably see, if you stare really close at that tiny green box, we actually already have Ghost Orb. There you go. So we know that the ghost is right here in this room. We don't need that camera anymore, because in this game mode, we only care about the type of ghost. So this is a Ghost Orb ghost. I can pull this out and do this test as well. How old are you?
An elderly individual.
Okay, so we're all... Okay, so it's a mirror, a yokai, or an onryo. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the fuse box on, because there's no reason for us to lose sanity while standing in a dark room. Instead, we should just go ahead and have all the lights turned on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now that the lights are on, you can drop the flashlight and just walk away. And I'm just going to go ahead and get more evidence collecting devices, right? Bring them in and then test for more evidence. This is a 3 evidence ghost, which means if we find 3 evidence, we know exactly who the ghost is. For the second trip in, I just play by myself. If you have other people you play with, they'll probably bring stuff in. I like to bring in the UV, the thermometer, and the book. The book is one that I definitely like to bring in second, because it can't help you find the ghost, but it takes time for the ghost to interact with the book and write in it. So it's good to get that book in the ghost room ASAP so the ghost has time to write in it. I can also just turn the spirit box off. We don't need it on again, since we already know that the ghost is in here. I'm just going to take my UV, walk over here real quick. No ghost orbs. That's pretty much the only place... Sorry, I said ghost orb, I meant ultraviolet. UV. There's no UV on this. And that's really the only place to get UV around here. I guess the ghost could touch this door, if it wants. Let's go ahead and use our temperature. We can hear it doing stuff in the kitchen. It looks like it's getting pretty cold. Let's go ahead and drop the thermometer. So, aren't many places to check for UV, so that's going to be a tough one. But if you don't know the trick, you can actually just put salt down. And when the ghost steps in salt, it will leave UV if it has UV as an evidence. The exception, of course, being Obake, who will sometimes not do UV. So I took the EMF, I'm taking salt, and I'm going to take a candle. I like to take a candle in, because the ghost will blow out the candle, and if I set my EMF next to the candle, then I will get an EMF reading every time the ghost blows the candle out. I like to put my salt at a choke point, so this seems like a good choke point right here. Like the ghost kind of has to walk on one of these salt piles if it wants to get to this side of the room. Oh, and there we go. The ghost just stepped in it. So we can see... yeah, no UV from this ghost. But that was never going to be the case because it's just these 3 ghosts. We'll go ahead and set that down. If you're ever wondering if the ghost has written in the book or not, like maybe you can't tell, if the pen is still there, it hasn't written in the book. Now you might say, well, Frog Soda, I can clearly tell it hasn't written in the book. But if you're in the dark, it can be kind of hard to see, and sometimes you just are in the dark. So knowing that if the pen is there, it hasn't written in the book can save you some headache of like turning on lights or whatnot. Okay, so the temperature is below 1, and now it went to freezing. So, in case you don't know, if the temperature goes below 1, as far as I can tell, that means it's freezing. Now, I know in real life, freezing is 0 and below, but it seems to me, in Phasmophobia, if you go below 1, then that counts as freezing. In other words, the temperature won't go below 1 unless it's a freezing ghost, so it kind of changes the freezing point in that case. Alright, and there we go. That's the first game using the super safe strategy. Now let's jump into game number 2, where we're going to ratchet up our strategy a bit, make it a little more wild. Alright, game number 2. So this time I'm taking the flashlight, the EMF, the crucifix, and a lighter. So, how is this run gonna be different than the previous run? Well, in every game of Deja Vu, the cursed object is the Ouija board. So we can use the Ouija board to find where the ghost is, and we don't have to run around looking for it. Now, in the first game, I kind of got lucky. Ooh, yoink. And we got a free ghost location right away. And we're going to get one right now. So I'm going to turn on my EMF because you do get an EMF reading when the ghost responds to you. And we're just going to ask the ghost where it is. Where are you? Ah, so it's in the living room. And when you got it, just say goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, the ghost is actually hunting. What the heck? Doesn't that ghost sound fast? Wait, ghosts are supposed to be slowed down. But that ghost sounds very fast. Alright. Let's go ahead and get out of here. So basically doing that, your sanity gets drained a lot. Oh wait, we gotta set this down so it doesn't kill us. There we go. EMF 3. Okay, so that's a very fast ghost. So ghosts are slowed down. So I think we can like rule out all of the normal speed ghosts. So we're really looking at a Moroi, a Diosian, a Fae, maybe ghosts like that. So one thing I might want to do is grab some of these. When we know where the ghost is, we can look for evidence, right? Like with this. Because I could just like take some medicine now. And let's go in there with this, and can I fit one more thing in my hand? What is in my hand? Oh, I took 2 of these. We don't need 2 of them. There you go. And I'll go in there with the spirit box. Now that we know where the ghost is, we can search for evidence. This strategy works a little bit better when you're playing in multiplayer. Because in multiplayer, you have more average sanity, right? The only person who takes the sanity hit from the Ouija board is the person who asks the question. So if you're playing in a team, and only one person asks the question, instead of going down to 50% sanity, like what just happened for me, the team would go down to 75% sanity, which is above the hunting threshold of most ghosts. So let's go ahead and ask it, how old are you? 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 Turn the fuse box off again. Very nice. Oh, ghost orb. I'm gonna use the night vision on the camera to come down here and turn this back on. There we go. Alright. So we have ghost orb. And it seems like we do not have spirit box. I'm a little bit worried to check that just yet, just because the ghost was kind of fast. Alright, let's bring in more equipment. If you like ghost hunting, though, I think this is a fun way to play. Because you do seem to get a hunt right away. Alright, let's bring in some more stuffs. Am I holding something? Oh yeah, I'm still holding that. Unfortunately, no sprint, so maybe it's a good idea to play a little bit braver, you know, drop the incense so you can carry 3 things into the house, otherwise you gotta make a bunch of trips. Then again, this is probably a little bit safer. Okay, let's check Tempe. It doesn't seem that cold in here, even though this is the ghost room. Oh, wait, 1.1? Wait a second. Maybe we got freezing. Hold on. 1.0? Oh, it just touched the door, but I don't have any UV. Oh, shoot. I do have this, though. I can use this. It just EMF too. We should probably get some UV in here with some salt as well. Check for ultraviolet. That'll probably be one of our last trips in there, and then we should be able to figure out the ghost after that. We're just looking for a fast ghost. Right now, it could be Hauntu. It just never left its ghost room. You know, it was just like doing laps. But not a Revenant. Revenants are too slow when they don't have line of sight, and the ghost didn't have line of sight. So it's really Hauntu or Fae right now that we're just trying to get. Grab one of these, we'll grab one of these. And I believe I'm still holding the incense, so I can only bring these 2 items in with me. It'd be nice if we could get it to touch a door, so we didn't have to wait for it to jump on the salt again. Oh, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Nope, not that door. Guess it's over here. Yep, there it is, UV. So, I want to lean towards it being a Hauntu. And if that's the case, then it would be freezing. Hauntus are freezy ghosts. And it is indeed freezing. So there we go. I really didn't have to double check for freezing. I could have made the call right then and there. Because we heard how fast the ghost was. We knew it's the fast ghost. Of these 3 ghosts, the only fast one is Hauntu. So we actually knew, but we double confirmed. Or we really confirmed by checking the evidences, but we really didn't have to. We could be being tricked by a mimic. But it's a 1 in 24. You know, take the shot.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Alright, that's game number 2. A little bit riskier, using the Ouija board like that. But if you think that's crazy, check out game number 3. Alright, game number 3, and this is the most reckless way to play. So, I have a incense, I have a crucifix, I have salt, that's right, if you know this loadout, this is 0 sanity. 0 evidence setup, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use my lighter to help me see. I can catch the light on the walls by doing this. I kind of know where I am. I'm looking for the fuse box. And I think actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and drop off the crucifix here. So that's where... Oh, there's the ghost. There's the ghost. Alright, so the fuse box is down here, so we just have to go straight across. Okay, follow the wall. There it is. And then here is our prize. Of course, we're going to use the Ouija board. What are we going to do with the Ouija board? We're going to summon the ghost. And then we're going to identify the ghost with 0 sanity, 0 evidence. So we have this right here, which will protect us from any hunts. So, if I do the hide and seek method, that will destroy the board, but I might not be in like a hunting range, and that's kind of boring. Also, the hunts become longer. I'm not sure if I want that. That might just be a lot of downtime I don't want to deal with. So maybe what I'll do instead is I won't destroy the board, but I'll just ask it questions until like my sanity is really low. Just go ahead and say, where are you? How old are you? Uh-oh, the board broke. Uh-oh, I glitched the board. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the board's glitched. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, goodbye. Uh-oh, I glitched the board there. What was that all about? What was that all about? Okay, let's try that again. How old are you? How old are you? Where's the bone? Sounds kind of slow. Sounds kind of slow. Call the ghost over to us. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. It seems to be throwing a lot. Seems to be throwing many. I think it lost track of me. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's real easy to loop a ghost when they're slow like that. That was throwing like crazy. I think we're dealing with a poltergeist. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Okay. Let's get out of here. Ghost really doesn't like me. It was really trying to tell me how much it didn't like me there at the end.
Welcome back.
We got tricked by the mimic! That's what I get for not trying to gather any evidence at all, eh? Well, you know, sometimes that happens. Alright. Okay, I get it. I owe you one more game. Let's do it. One more. 0 sanity, 0 evidence. We'll find the ghost. Let's go. Alright, same strategy as before. Let me get my lighter. Okay. And I'll turn lights on. And just like last time, I'm just going to use the lighter to kind of follow the walls here. And get to the fuse box, turn it on. Again, fuse box is in the basement. Not my favorite fuse box location. Before I get down, let's drop that off. Get these lights turned on. And this light. Okay, and now let's follow the wall here. And we'll follow it to the fuse box. There we go. Cool. Okay, so it looks like the ghost is in the basement, right? I don't know how else you explain that. Bucket being tipped over and seeing my breath down there. So we'll do the same thing as before. The very funny last time was a mimic. We'll see how it goes this time. Where are you? How old are you? How old are you? Goodbye. What the heck? How old are you? Oh, goodbye. 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 This is why you want to lose line of sight. Look at how powerful losing line of sight with the ghost is. I crouched down, the ghost had no idea where I was. Watch the ghost. That was it? Okay, we need another hunt. And also, it never told me how old it was. How old are you? Okay, goodbye. You know what? I don't need to know how... was that 20 seconds? Or is this a demon? There we go. I forgot I can't sprint. Oh no, I forgot I can't sprint. Oh no, I can't sprint. Okay, let's pay attention. Let's try to count the seconds here. See how many go by before it hunts again. Okay, so it waited 20 seconds this time. Oh, we haven't hit it with the salt. We can rule out a Thay, Diogen, Mirai. And a Phantom. Probably a Wraith here. I think it's not a yokai, right? Because it is following the, it is following the calls. Does it speed up with line of sight? That's actually a really good question. Yep, Septon Assault, not a Wraith. Not a Revenant. Not a Jinn, right? Because it sees me, it doesn't really speed up. Seems like it's the same speed each time. I don't really know 75 speed that well, though. Yeah, it's walking downstairs. It's just chilling. Yeah, it's definitely not a yokai. It's not Nobake, because it doesn't shapeshift. It's not Nobake. It's not a yokai. I don't think it's a myling. I feel like we hear it pretty well, even when it's far away. Are those Oni blinks? Would you believe I'm not the best Oni blink checker? Would you believe I'm not the best at the Oni blinks? Could be shade. Easy way to tell if it's shade. Just come down here. Hey, demon. Hey, are you a shade? Are you a shade? Hey. Hey, bud. Oh. Oh, it's not a shade. Oh, it's not a shade. Uh-oh, it's not a shade. Uh-oh. The report is in. It is not a shade. It does like hanging out down there. It's never left its ghost room. It could be a Goria. All right. So my guess is that let's just look around for a second. It doesn't touch anything. I think it's a Goryo, right? Because it never does anything outside of its ghost room. And Goryos are trapped in their ghost room. I'm gonna say Goryo. I think Goryo is a fine pick. I think that's the answer this time. I think the answer is Goryo. Let's see how I did. Yeah! Bam! Oh, I'm so proud of myself for catching that Goryo. Oh man, I'm feeling pretty smug. I gotta tell you, I'm feeling pretty good. That's gotta be redemption for the Mimic game, yeah? You gotta give me that. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. I'll catch you next time.